Yun! At si KSC tapos, KSC gets the okay! KNP, Yobe with that spray down! Oh! KSC!
Will be the peak of Crossfire Philippines Valley.
Ito na naman tayo, no? We are now back here sa ating huling match of the day. Nagsimula tayo with a win here by the Tigers and now mukhang pinapakitaan tayo ng tsunami ng karagatan ng Pacific Esports here in Ankara. And now, Porta, kanino naman kaya ito, Daydum?
It's gonna be hard to say, no, but one thing's for sure, Pacific, they got through in Ankara. I dare say it's gonna be even harder here in Port. Tanda naman natin, no, this is a map that EVOS absolutely loves in Ankara. I think it was a story, and Port is gonna be a completely different playing field dito, Moch. We saw the double sniper from EVOS kanina, and Pacific. Hindi ko nga tanda kung sino magsisimula dito on the BL side, no, so I don't know, man. I want to get this on the road kasi that last match was absolutely mind-blowing.
Exactly, no? May makita nga natin din yung triple din. Parang at some point din kanina sa Ankara, nakita natin siya, no? I feel like si Elvin ata yung may hawak ng isa. So, a lot of stuff might possibly happen here. Hindi na natin din mapinpoint kung ano yung mga i-expect natin because every single time, we always keep getting surprised of all of the things na inilalapag nila dito sa ating broadcast. Definitely buying, definitely proving, definitely showing kung ano ang kanilang mga baon na experience and as well as how great they are as a team and as a player. Pero just in a bit, makikita na rin natin no maging action dito. I'm pretty sure you're just gonna be preparing our teams here, lalong-lalo na hindi talaga biro at walang nagbibiro pagka dito sa laban natin ng Pacific and EVOS.
And you have to remember, Mochi, this is Pacific's last and only chance to keep their playoff streams alive, and this is a chance for them to make an ode to their past, no? Kasi remember, katulad ng sinabi kanina ni Salvatore, no, Pacific has never not made it out of the top 4 contention, has never not made it out of into playoffs, no? And EVOS have a chance to make history today. Pacific, will they finally falter or will they stay alive? In Ankara, Mochi, 2 rounds lang ang nagsepara sa kanila from the group stage into the playoffs, into getting a chance pa rin. But task is not done. We're going into Port and it's even gonna be a bloodier battlefield dito, Moch.
It's a bloodier battle indeed. I feel like we've been able to talk about this na rin kanina, no? Here in Ankara, what's pretty crazy is we have like this thick playbook. And sometimes it all boils down to mind games, which has been thrown by Pacific to EVOS earlier on, no? Parang those type of small things can actually mean a lot, especially when it comes to winning these types of matches, like do or die, no? And I feel like despite of the limits na meron dito si Pacific, despite of a lot of people having mixed opinions about their flexibility, how they innovate yung kanilang mga gawain and their yung mga galawan nila, it still boils down to somehow just knowing where your remaining cards can be used in the best or the right time possible.
Yes, and I think a lot of the people na say na Pacific are a team that gets tilted easily. I think this set is proof that that's absolutely untrue, no? Coming back from a set where nakakambak na ang EVOS and it all felt nothing but inevitable the loss, nakakambak pa rin sila, nakapalag pa rin sila, and it's all through these mind games. And I feel like ready na dito ang pareho nating teams, Mochi, so let's call on Sneaky and Salvatore to call this game.
Hindi pa tayo handa lahat sa pagyayanig ng Port sa ating game number 3 sa laban ng Pacific at ng EVOS. Kaya wag muna kayong gagalaw dyan, tumuto kayo sa kung saan man kayo nanonood ngayon at tunghayan natin ang lakas ng isang Pinoy. Pacific, the constant representatives over a decade versus EVOS, back-to-back champions ng CFSPH, trying to ruin and destroy what Pacific has built for over than 10 years. KSA! Oh, wala pa. Eme lang. Sinong naniwala? Joke lang, guys. Dead round daw. Dead round.
Well, yun nga, no? Kind of anticlimactic start to the game, pero we're gonna be right on back, no problem, guys. Ayun nga, you do have a point that there is legacies on the line dito, pare. EVOS, obviously, losing here would mean, PE still in contention, still one of the most dangerous teams dito sa tournament natin. Yun nga, pag natalo dito yung PE, yun nga, no? That creates a lot of conversations around the team, pare. I mean, no playoffs. Para dito sa PE hasn't happened since 2013, so a lot of pressure on the line, no, just bearing itong PE name, pare.
Man, you can never disassociate the word Crossfire Philippines and Pacific talaga, no? Parang kahit anong mangyari, kahit pagbalik-balik ta rin mo yung mundo, nandiyan pa rin talaga ang Pacific Esports. Nung mga panahong pinupuno nila yung Megadome, no? Nung mga magkakampi pa, si Aljon, si Aldrin, pati na nga rin si Revenge, si Kram, RGM, si Bayo, AZ, Eli, pre. That has been the Pacific Dynasty. Pero dahil lang sa isang roster change ng Arcilia or ng SGJ, pinasok nila si Cetra. Eto na yun, pre. Tanggal lahat ng mga alaala ng mga tao na kung ano man ang naging dynasty ng Pacific, pre. As EVOS now on their home court. How will they make this work, Pacific? Ball on your court.
Yeah, Pacific obviously having better side dito sa mapa natin, going into Port GR, obviously having its fair share of advantages, pero EVOS navigated time and time again yung kanilang BL side to getting some of these rounds. PE not gonna get baited to fight dito sa LB this time. And it's a pretty slow round para dito sa PE, no? No tester rounds for either side. EVOS wanting to strike first dito sa mapa na to, especially getting that round number 1 on that PL side, pare, can really turn the momentum pabalik sa inyo.
Yeah, like how will this be a very complicated rotation is beyond me, pre, kasi simple na lang to. EVOS time and time again just tries to execute a site na binubulldoze na nga lang kagad nila yung under, pati na nga rin yung GB. Yun na yun. Nothing complicated from that, and they just rely on their raw gun skill. Whereas Pacific, not really sure kung paano nga nila lalaroin yung mga nanlalason na lang ng EVOS. Yun na talaga yung dilemma nila dito. KLR makakapasok ng curve, hindi sa exit siya manggagaling at nahuli niya si Revenge. And KSA finds the underplayer. Bulag na bulag si Aiden, hindi makakita ng liwanag dito, pre. NBA Aldrin trying to make things work para dito sa Pacific, pero wala nga talaga. Tingin sa harap, likod, kaliwat, kanan, merong miyembro ng EVOS na binutasan ng katawan ni Aldrin. And what a start for EVOS.
Grabe, I mean, every single player ng EVOS getting a kill each. And you really know it's a well-oiled machine, pare, kasi yun nga, you see the fake on that A site. Obviously, Revenge and etong si Aiden was actually kind of jaded dito sa A site, so they really thought that it was gonna be an A commit. But that slight timing galing dito kay Keller, recognizing that gap in the smoke could be tap walkthrough. Nakita niya pa kasi Revenge mid rotation, and with that distraction play, na-distract yung bottom B players natin, and that's a freebie to go into the site para sa EVOS. One trade later and they get B. So the macro is definitely on point in this BL side ng EVOS, no? And PE now having to play a lot more careful dito sa laruan natin.
Well, yeah, Pacific now on the slow pace of trying to garner angles dito lang sa may LA. Now the stack. Dito lang sa may LB. E1 si KLR. This is good opening here for the side of EVOS. If ever man na makapag-ingay dito sa KLR, that's going to be 2 members that's going to be rotating, heading into exit, and that's already controlled papuntang LA. Aiden now on crossfire. Kasama niya nga si Justin at Aldrin dito, but still something tough para sa Pacific. Kanina pa nang bubulldoze ang EVOS pagdating sa kanilang mga entries, and there should be some fine line of respect kung gawang Pacific dito. Once more, the patented 40-second execute. Cetra, what was that? Napagana mo pa yun. Aiden now down. No more control sa exit. Justin na lang. Cetra now on the lurk. Hindi allow. Where's the communication? Pacific, nasaan? Nahuli na si Aiden. Pero wala pa rin nakatingin sa curve. No absolute way. Ninakaw ng EVOS yung round na yun.
Grabe, on the poor TL side of all things, pare. Zetra creating opportunities in the exact same position na nakakita dito si Kellar ng opportunity. And grabe, I mean, Zetra, what can I say, man? Sharp shot dito kay Aiden. Diretso nga dito sa baba ng B-site. And even the 180 on the RS player, pare. This is EVOS that we want to see.
Oh my God. Man, kaya na bang lunukin ng Pacific na hindi magiging madali ang strongest side ng mapan to? Hanggang ngayon, nagsisink in pa rin ata sa kanila paano nakalampas si Cetra doon. Yeah, a lot of diversion plays na tinawag ng EVOS, but at the end of the day, it's still Cetra that made it work. Revenge. Sumasala ang isa, pero tumama kay Cetra. That's one Arctic down. KSA making it work and he gets the double kill. Wala na nga ngayon si MVA at si Elvin. Look at that late entry dito lang sa may CA at Justin. Pinatumba ni Elvin. And EVOS, the 3-0 start by the Tigers pre. Semangat EVOS. What a 3-round stretch.
Yeah, EVOS full control dito sa BL side. Once again, opportunities being taken dito ng EVOS, no PE. Playing as far back as possible, not really paying off para sa kanila dito. They've always getting spotted in individual positions, curve exposed time and time again, pare. And now I'm waiting for anything galing dito sa PE, no? Something more proactive galing sa kanila dito. But EVOS also expecting exactly that, pare. Nakahold lang sila sa start ng round, so they really are looking to see if PE is gonna get a bit impatient, pare.
Now, everything is now sinking in. Pumasok na dapat sa sistema ng Pacific. Fourth, global risk. Kahit sino team, magpapasalamat dyan, pre. That's one opportunity na hindi mo dapat sinasayang. And for EVOS, binigay na nila yun, pre, willingly. And taking a look at the BL of Port, hindi yan biro, pre. Napakahirap. Saksi ang mga naglalaro ng ADA PUB game. Alam nila yung pakiramdam na umatake kung nasa port ka nga. Revenge kahit sang katerba yung blind. Hindi pa rin natinag. He's still at top A. Oh my God, Revenge. What a hold. He gets the triple kill. Walang nagawa ang EVOS sa may mid-side at hindi nila napunish yung rotation dito ng Pacific. As MVA and Revenge saved the bacon of Pacific. Pero malaki pa rin ang kalamangan nila dito, Sneaky.
Yeah, you simply cannot straight up push itong A side without having to handle or having any way to dissuade ang vision dito ni Revenge from that top A position, pare. And with that, they paid a dear lesson. MBA around the corner. Dito sa LB, nakakuha ng tatlo. And the individuals para sa PE now starting to step up para sa kanilang depensa. It's a good start para sa EVOS, but PE, they can start rolling the momentum dito sa laruan natin.
Now, multiple picks now here for Pacific. Wala nang nagawa ang EVOS doon. And this is now the difficulty na meron ka kung ikaw ang blacklist dito. Dito constant abuse ng global risk para makuha talaga yung LB. Yun ang masakit dito. So it's now going to boil down na kung kaya nga bang paghiwalay ni Cetra at ni Elvin tong mga members ng Pacific na alam mo nga naman na parang Tower of Babel, pre. Tingnan mo, like yung every angle of the map, there is already a blue outline, pre. Pahirap ng pahirap at pagulo ng pagulo yung challenge dito ni Cetra at ni Elvin. Aiden constantly moving. Pumasok na ng Z. Cetra sumala sa kanyang crouch peak. Elvin na lang natitira. And Aiden with a spray down as Pacific finally finding the sequence that they needed to push it to just one para sa EVOS.
Yep, and they're really trying to figure out what kind of defense works no para sa kanila dito, but it seems like being more forward sa LB at some parts of mid is actually benefiting itong PE. So EVOS Interesting take para sa kanila dito. 4 players into that side. NBA turning around, still getting the headshot kay KSA at Yobib. Taking out the attacker duo. Pati na rin si Kellar, sinama na rin. Oh my word, NBA with an HK pare. Relentless dito sa LB.
Hanggang wala nang kinikilingan dito ang Pacific. Kung usapan ay aggression, sinasabayan lang din ng Pacific ang iip ng hangin na binabato ngayon ng EVOS. It's really good, no, na Pacific is still alive. Pacific is still fighting, sumusuntok, humihinga. Maangat, bumabangon pa rin ang Pacific. Just for the sake of that miracle run. Saan ka nakita, Sneaky Prag, sa isang storyline? Kailangan mag-Cinderella run ng Pacific para lang umabot ng number 4. Hindi pa garantisado yun. Dahil sa kaguluhan na meron tayo sa standings pre. Pero Pacific now, they just have to make things work dito sa GR side nila. At makakatulog sila ng mahimbing. Pero yung second half na yun, kailangan din nilang magising kaagad. Elvin and Cetra, napakaramdaman na nga dito nila MVA. Elvin now entering into Z and he gets cleared. What an entry by Elvin, pero 2v3 pa rin to, Sneaky.
Yeah, slow methodical way. As is per usual para dito sa EVOS. Slowly starting to dissect some of these defensive players. Pero meron ding si Revenge still watching that curve position. Zetra opportunity to create an angle para sa kanya dito. Pero Justin peeking around the corner is gonna pay the dear price. Elvin will get itong si Revenge. Aiden will get Zetra eventually. Elvin versus Aiden. M4 versus EBR pare. C4 nasa kamay dito ni Aiden. Aiden, he can also decide to go all the way around. Pero ngayon nga, Elvin gonna take his sweet time.
Bumalik pa ng
Pero
court.
bumalik pa siya dito pare. The C4 hasn't been taken yet. Elvin finally takes it. Pero Aiden gonna investigate, or is he gonna investigate the wrong angle pare? Yun lang, Elvin. The better lurk at that very moment pare. EVOS getting their 4th of the game, and yun lang, this is not gonna look good for the second half ng PE.
Tie game na sana, naging bato pa pre. That 2v4 was not in my bingo pre. Isipin mo pre yung kailangan nilang isacrifice para lang sa what? Sa pwesto ni Elvin na hindi naman nila nakapitalize pre. So yeah, it was a tough call para sa Pacific na kunin na kagad yung LB dun pre, or even the Z. Pero the moment na MVA was cleared, I think it was the beginning of the end para sa Pacific dun. Kasi if Elvin was winning that fight, what more pa sa mga paisa-isang pasok dito ng Pacific. So yeah, EVOS was just that alert sa playstyle dito ng Pacific.
Yeah, I was so surprised actually na Revenge missing the shot dito sa curve. As nakatingin naman ako dito sa minimap, he was actually looking straight towards it. So it's a missed shot para sa kanya dito. Not gonna be boding well para dito sa PE, especially EVOS now starting to look at that top A position. Could be very vulnerable para dito sa PE. More of the focus is on that B site, but the quick rotation galing dito kaya MVA could make all the difference. Pero si Aiden, nandito na rin sa mid position as well. Pero hindi niya kasi pwede iwan tong mid, no? Like, he's gonna have to stay there just to make sure na walang makalagpas dito na Keller or Elvin.
Now, 57 seconds. Wala pa ring malalim na pwesto dito ang EVOS kundi itong bahay mismo sa B-site. Napakadisiplinado ng Pacific, no, not even a lurk or even a counter rotation just yet kasi sobrang bulag sa impormasyon ang Pacific dito. Hanggat walang nagpapayanig, walang kikilos. Aiden, nakita yung panlaso ni Elvin. Pero senyas na yun, para papasok na yung mga tatlong miyembro dito lang sa may house B. KLR, parotate si Adrian, tumatalon, pinatumpa rin ni KLR. MBA with a clear over to GB. KLR nahanap din si Aiden. Cetra, kino-corner na lang dito lang sa may house B. Nakuha pa rin ni Cetra si Justin Pre. C4 drop, KLR 1 HP. Revenge nang galing pa ng Z. What a hold by Pacific. And that for you is a Pacific hold of the century, pre. Kahit anong tinagal ng EVOS, kahit anong diversion, tumba pa rin yung dalawang nanlason.
Grabe, Aiden backing off at the right time, at the right moment dito sa Z, catching the first player off. Keller, despite getting itong si Aldrin, no? I mean, it was still contained basically para dito sa PE, especially on that B site. None of the B players reacted to that mid play at all. And grabe PE. A reliable defense amid finally sprouting para sa kanila dito. MVA 13 frags, 8 headshots on that HK. Si Aldrin gustong dumagdag. Keller down, Elvin down. 2 quick ones, make it 3. Revenge will get itong si KSA, but look at the numbers. Zetra, Yobib. It's the 2 players that can be the difference maker para dito sa EVOS, but it is gonna be very tough. MVA spotting both already. Zetra around the corner, could be a fast sniper, pero Yobib making sure na may clear na dito yung CA, pero MBA from the top side, getting itong si Zetra, instant headshot. Yobib slipping on by enemy lines. MBA not noticing na meron ng tao na nasa kanyang likod. Aldrin still around, pero Aiden Justin not spotted. That's information on 2 players. That's 2 kills para kay Yobib, and he knows where Justin is, and I assume na alam niya kung nasan dito si Aldrin. Justin on that bridge position. Di pa
nagsalisihan.
nakagat dito si Yobib. Yobib spotted on that LA side. Pero Aldrin mapapabalik dito sa BR instead. Justin still dissuaded. Wrong read para sa Pacific. Potentially, Justin could die here. Oh! Pero Aldrin not a double peek. Yobib seeing both. I think alam niya na safe na dito yung top A. Siyempre, Richal yan. Pinoy ka, my friend. Pero hindi pa. Yobib gonna go back to the B site, man. It's so confusing. Even a singular member ng EVOS is doing fakes.
Now, committed na si Yobib dito to play the post-plant pre. Pero, paano mo itatawid ang Yobib na 1 HP? And Justin now with the read over to LB. And what an anticlimactic finish, pre. Pero, EVOS Esports did what they can. Hindi nila mapilas dito yung pinagagawa ni Yobib.
And lost on that, but at the same time, EVOS could have easily lost their heat dito sa ating first half, pare. So it's a fresh second half para sa dalawang teams natin, at paunahan na lang talaga kung sino ang mas uminit dito.
Now, finally, we can now see daylight dito, no, Sneaky Frog. Meron na ulit crossfire, meron na ulit port, meron na ulit mga baril na hawak ng mga players na to. It's now time. Make sure na itong araw na to justifiably matatapos na may isang team na mananalo nga talaga. Is it going to be Pacific? Is it going to be EVOS? Iparinig nyo ang ihaw nyo dyan sa comments. Now, already Revenge. Nagpaingay na nga kagad dito as Cetra couldn't get that position. At nauna na nga pinangunahan na kagad to ni Revenge, no? What a start. So, for Pacific.
Yeah. Good pre-aim for him as well. And Revenge just gonna shoot off any extra bullets na meron siya dito. Obviously, Yobib still ready to swing around the corner dito sa HP. Pero EVOS, fully knowing them, they're just gonna have their hands tucked into the ride. Pero KSA, kailangan na maging careful dito. Revenge still lurking around. And obviously, PE, hindi naman strange para sa kanila na gumamit ng oras dito.
Once more na napakita ng EVOS, no, na they should have the strong footing on this one. Pero kung magiging aggressive nga sila at ita-challenge nila lahat ng mga angles dito, baka doon na lang talaga kagad nila madali dito. And yun na nga, KSA, kinalembang na nga dito ni Revenge. And there goes the setup. KSA now on his prime weapon. Gonna get one! Pero Justin now jumps over na parang linuksong baka niya doon si KSA, pre. Now on the 2v1. EVOS now with a strong footing on this one. Heading into the 48 seconds mark of the game. C4, nahawak ngayon ng Pacific. Justin, he gets sprayed down by Yobib. EVOS pushes the lead to 2. And EVOS, grabe, no? Kahit nawala dun si Cetra kagad. Tignan mo yung bounce back ng EVOS.
Yeah, good discipline para dito kay Yobib, no? To keep that trigger finger on just in case that he has to shoot. KSA obviously having to, defend the front line para sa kanyang teammate dito. And just like that, PE dismantled ng kanilang opensa with one single crossfire. And very fast boost actually para dito kay Yobib na makapunta ng 2F agad. So, good on EVOS to have that early setup, especially dito sa B-site, and confusing PE early. And I like yung playing of attention, no, between yung dalawang players natin na si Yobib at si KSA, kasi ayun nga, PE doesn't know where to look.
Now, a simple setup here by the side of EVOS Esports, no? You definitely feel, no, na Pacific is trying to take their time. Kasi nga, yung kakayahan dito ng EVOS na tumingin ng BR, tumingin ng LB, it's those kinds of milliseconds na pwede nga bilangin dito ng Pacific for them to make an opening. Yung kinakailangan nga nila dito, no? Strategic approach here, heading into mid. Aiden and Justin nagpaparamdam. Onting paulan bala lang dito. I feel like it's going to be pretty obvious for Cetra. And as soon as nauubos na nga yung smoke, Cetra, nag-neuron activation na nga as he gets the skull of Aiden. And that's just one pick para dito sa EVOS. KLR naman ang susunod na target dito. As Aldrin nagparamdam sa Z pero nagkasalisihan lang si Deleted na KLR. LB nagpaparamdam lang din, kasama niya na nga si Cetra ngayon. B-site. They want this B-site so badly and KLR niratolan lang si Aldrin.
Yun nga, Justin, here for the chase on the trade, pero siya pa nga hindi makakakuha dito kay KLR, pare. And this is what I was worried about para dito sa Pacific Esports, Salvatore. That mid-control that they cannot get. Keller being so annoying and he's allowed to be so, pare. Napakalakas ng anchors for A and B and Keller has free reign para magkulit nandito sa mid, pare.
Down to the 5v2. Free roam para sa EVOS, no? I can definitely feel na pwede nga silang mag-aggressive dito, no? But MVA getting that wall shot over to the top A. Pero hindi yun sapat, man. The forces of EVOS just too damn strong. At hindi na nagiging maganda to para sa side ng Pacific. Bilang na lang ang oras na meron sila dito, Sneaky Frog. Though if they don't make a move right now, pwede na nga nilang halikan na paalis yung mga pagkakataon nilang makapasok pa ng top 4.
PE, still, he can see that they still have that fighting spirit in them, pare, na gusto pa nilang lumaban in this game. They know what is on the line dito sa series na to. The next 3 rounds could decide whether or not they're in or out dito sa laruan natin. And it's still the exact same defense para dito sa EVOS. Yun nga, Keller kumukulit lang dito sa mid. B-site held by their frontline dito. And Revenge looking for any semblance of a boost. Possibly, pero KSA, presence known dito sa harap ng HP. Pero Keller gusto rin kumulit. Aiden already in that Z position, still picked off. 3 in a row. Ang pagkamatay dito ni Aiden in that mid position to KLR, pare. Aiden is suffering in this second half.
Man, no movement whatsoever. Pacific, kahit nga sila yung nagpo-force dito, they are being held onto the ground, pre. Na para bang hirap para sa kanila yung LB or even the LA Cetra gets outclassed here by Revenge. And makes it an even game already para dito sa Pacific. 1-1. And that's already a vital member sa EVOS down. No second snipers, just pure on-wall banging dito para kay KLR at kay Yobib. Meanwhile, Elvin and KSA, the tendencies are there para talagang maglikot sa mapa. Then on the next target is now up in the heavens, Preno. And kita mo nga naman, pinulot kagad yung Arctic ni Cetra. At ginulang na kagad to ni KLR. KSA also with the follow-up. Justin getting the skull of Elvin as well. But it's now down to the 2v1. Napakadali na lang para dito kay Yobib. As he gets the bloodied up MVA. Duguan na nga. At hindi pa binigyan ng mercy dito. No, EVOS after that sequence of events. Sino mga naman ang kalamangan, pre?
Yun nga, storming out of the gates dito sa first round ng ating half. And it seems like they're not gonna stop anytime soon. PE, second half hasn't been boding well para sa kanila dito. But at the same time, we did kind of expect it. EVOS has had one of the best defenses dito sa mapa na to for the longest time. And PE, time and time again, di nakakita ng opportunity dito sa Aiden to open things up. Pero Elvin has to back off. He's the only one on that A site. Zetra still alive and available dito. Elvin will take down Revenge. So that's gonna be slightly better para dito sa EVOS on their retake. But still, PE on the site itself. C4 is waiting to be planted, pare.
Yeah. Turning things around. Para nga bumaliktad na to sa pabot ng Pacific. They need this kind of hold. So parang EVOS pa mismo gagawa ng paraan in order for them to get exit. Pero napakakapal ng smoke ngayon. Hindi yun nakikita ang harang ni Yobib. KSA already nakuha na nga yung control ng site. Everyone from Pacific is just bowing down to the kings of Filipino Crossfire, pre. EVOS Esports couldn't do anything wrong during that retake.
Yeah, and this is the worry about that second half, pare. You could have that close first half, but at the same time, yun nga, EVOS, pag nandito na sila sa kanilang depensa, komportable ang mga Tigre dito. So EVOS, 1 point away from sending the Dynasty out of playoffs. And they know what's at hand dito, pare. Any win from PE, they're gonna fight tooth and nail for this last round. Pero EVOS fully aware of it. KSA Very passive hold on this B site. Gonna back off immediately, waiting with the flash in hand. Pero PE, slowly but surely, gusto na pumasok dito sa B site. No more lurks. It's just straight up fight in this B position. KSA spotting itong si MBA. Almost taking him down. Justin gonna fall down instead. Yobib still getting itong si Aldrin with the wall bang. And Kellar gonna be here to help itong si Yobib. And look at the repeat. Galing dito sa EVOS. Aiden is down. Revenge is out. And Pacific, the dynasty falls out of playoffs. And EVOS get the revenge.
What an end to a very lengthy day, pre. And that series could have just held on for much longer, pero ayaw na ng EVOS patagalin pa. Mochi said it best, kung may pagkakataon na tapusin kagad ng EVOS, hindi nila papabayaan yon. And take a look at that game, pre. Buong side ng GR, sakal na sakal ang playstyle talaga dito ng ng EVOS rather. You can definitely feel na Pacific is trying to fight back, pero mas lalo lang din di nakahinga dito ang Pacific heading into that second half, pre. Momentum after momentum play, just favorable too much. Parang gano'n na talaga ang nakatagda dito ng Sticky Frog at wala tayong magagawa, no? At iyan talaga ang nakasulat.
Ayun nga, no? At the end of the day, EVOS, they're really, really, really good team, and you have to respect that. And ayun nga, as the multiple local champions dito, pare, they're gonna prove why they will still be in contention para dito sa ating season. Pacific, obviously, still a dynasty that you have to respect at the end of the day. Multiple years of domination dito sa Crossfire in the Philippines. And this could be symbolic, Salvatore. This could be symbolic kasi it seems like CFPH is now turning a new leaf. The youth is now here to present themselves and show their talents in the world stage, pare. And grabe. It's jarring na nandito na tayo.
There's now a transition. Maraming magsasabi na hindi nila gusto to, pero marami din magsasabi na tama lang to para sa competition, pre. We are now in the era of the Stallions and EVOS, pre, na walang makakatibag sa kanilang pwesto kundi sa isa't isa lang, no, pre. If EVOS can defeat Stallions, then Stallions can defeat EVOS. Pero it's still absolute. Ito pa rin ang nakatakda, pre, at nakasulat. EVOS is still the kings of Filipino Crossfire, being the back-to-back champions. 2 years, a year straight, pre. Magkasunod na taon nilang tinanggal ang Pacific from both group stage and as well as playoffs respectively. And that takes guts. Sinong makakapagsabi na nagawa nga nila yon against Pacific? Tanging EVOS lang, pre.
For sure, for sure. And grabe, I mean, even back in the day, SGJ, they're very, very scrappy team. It really wasn't as organized as it was now. Pero yun nga, you really do see the evolution of yung mga younger players natin. And parang pinag-uusapan lang natin in just a podcast episode what will happen when they finally meet their potential, pare.
Pero yun na lang ang oras na meron tayo dun, Sneaky Frog. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Crossfire Philippines, we bid goodbye para sa lahat ng sumuporta mula sa unang segundo hanggang punong dulo. Pero yun na nga lang ang meron kami dito. Salvatore and Sneaky Frog, wish you guys goodbye and good night. Iba na natin sa panel. Mochi and Daydom, give us your amazing insights.
Maraming salamat, Salvatore at Sneaky Frog, at napakatindi ng hype commentary nyo, no? Para sa ating Pacific and EVOS, man, it seems like this is it, the dawn of the new generation patungo dito sa new Crossfire scene na lalong bumubuo at lalong mas tumitindi sa pagdaan ng panahon.
Yes, it is official, no? CFPH is now in the Stallions and EVOS era at walang makakapag-challenge nun. At least sa ngayon, no? Now that Pacific is out of playoffs, sino ang papalit sa kanila? Sino ang bagong contender na papasok sa top 4? At sino ang makakalusot at makakapagpatumba sa dalawang higante natin? It feels like wala pa, no? But the fact is, this is a new era we're entering and everyone is up for it.
Yes, indeed. It's pretty, I feel like there's a lot of people here na masugid na tagapag-suporta nitong Pacific. Has been like pulling on their heartstrings, no? Nalungkot. But at the same time, parang wala minsan talaga pag hindi ka makapag-conform sa bago, hindi ka nakapag-innovate, hindi ka nakasunod, or hindi ka nakapag-brainstorm to something new in order to keep yourself up and running, well man, it is just gonna be quite unfortunate. Minsan kasi kumbaga sa isang makina, it takes more than just maintenance. Sometimes it needs new parts, sometimes it needs to evolve further, and unfortunately, hindi natin yun nakita dito sa seryeng ito.
Yeah, let's talk about this last set muna, no, in port. And let's talk about that second half dito ng EVOS Arcelia, no, when they were in the first half. Dikit ang laban, 5-4 ang score, remember, going into the second half, but then nawala yung DR natin, and it was the impeccable GR side dito ng EVOS. I mean, yes, the GR side of Pacific was pretty strong. They got the advantage, but in the other half, hindi na nakascore ang Pacific. Hindi sila nakapasok, and when they did, lightning fast retake para dito sa EVOS Arcelia, no? And you could definitely see the disparity between these two.
Yeah.
And EVOS showcasing just why they are touted as the kings of CFPH. The numbers will reflect it, Mochi. Let's take a look at them right now in the set summary. At yun na nga, 10-4 with EVOS taking the cake in a dominating fashion.
Yeah, and seems like MVA is the only person who has been able to hold out dito sa Pacific Esports, no? Other than that, seems like the rest of the squad here hasn't been able to follow that closely alongside him. But on the other hand, here, EVOS, I feel like it's just a matter of mastery dito sa mga mapa na meron tayo so far. I feel like ever since na lang natin ang galing si EVOS dito in terms of Eagle Eye, Porn, Company. This is also even banned earlier on, no? By Pacific themselves, but right now it just shows na talagang they are on their best shape more than ever, especially here na talagang isa sila na sobrang gigil na gigil talaga to opt for that repeat in order to opt for this revenge dito sa Pacific after making or defeating them a couple of times. But ito ang ating set MVP. It is older than Yobed, the Dark Prince himself. Definitely consumed itong Pacific.
Yeah, 2.0 KD is no joke. 1.0 kills per round as well. And the impact could not be overstated para dito. Exactly, Yobib, no? Naka 0.5 pa nga yung smokes per round. Garantisado every 2 rounds naghahagi siya ng smokes, no? As a contact player, no less, is absolutely mind-blowing para dito kay Yobib, who is, of course, still performing at the tippy top of Crossfire dito sa Pilipinas. And you can definitely see just how much impact he put up even on the GR side dito. Let's take a look at some of the highlight plays that he has pulled out dito sa ating set number 3. And playing the M4 no less. It's chef's kiss para dito kay Yobib.
That's also the beauty of the roster of EVOS as well, no? The fact that they've been able to switch up whichever weapon generally. Kasi they can perform. But then, regardless of that, they still got the comfort, they still got the mastery, they still got the synergy regardless of whichever weapon they play alongside each other. Pero ito ang ating overview of what just transpired sa kinahaba-haba ng ating journey dito sa ating ikatlong serye for tonight. Dito tayo napunta. Dito tayo napunta sa panalo ng ating new gods here in the CFPH local scene. And definitely, Pacific Esports, man, they got denied their pass here towards playoffs.
Yep, for the first time in more than 10 years, Mochi, hindi natin makikita ang Pacific in a national stage tournament playoffs. It is the dawn of a new era dito sa Crossfire Philippines, and the EVOS are the kings. Ang tanong, Mochi, will they still be the kings by the end of playoffs? Yan ang gusto kong makita pagdating doon. Pero I don't wanna get too ahead of myself, no. This is a win in and of itself for EVOS, taking down their old rivals. And I think this is a sign, Mochi, that Zetra and the rest of the EVOS gang are moving on from Pacific and setting their eyes to new horizons. May bago ng target ang EVOS Arcelia.
Nako, I feel like kahit hindi natin sabihin kung sino yan, alam na natin kung sino at anong ang inaabangan ng EVOS dito. Parang nagbigay na rin ng declaration din dito. Kanina si Coach, no, sabi nila kung sino man ang makatapat nila sa semifinals, matik yari daw sa kanila yan. Pero ito daw ang ating highlights dito from Cetra Man. I don't know. But every time that we watch this dude, no, kahit kung hindi tayo yung nagkakas, sometimes thankful pa nga tayo na hindi tayo yung nagkakas. Kasi nakikita natin, natutuwa tayo, all we need is our popcorn and let this guy do his thing.
Yep. And that's no different dito sa ating 3-set matchup dito, no, up against Pacific. Zetra still absolutely performed. I think a
Exactly.
highlight of his performance talaga, no, is both in Ankara and in Eagle Eye, kung saan napakaganda ng mga numero na nilapag dito ni Zetra, no? Particularly in Ankara, no, really grounded the performance of EVOS even in the map where they didn't win. Ang ganda pa rin ng performance ni Zetra dito. Goes to show you he really is absolutely a world-class player. Still performs under any and all scenario, kahit naka-pistol nga lang dito. So absolutely impressive from the match MVP.
I don't even know what to say, no? Rather, other than the fact na consistent siya and this dude never fails to perform his fullest, no? And pretty much every time that we see him doing these impossible shots, na nagugulat na lang tayo, napapasigaw tayo dito sa ating call and hear even sa broadcast. And I believe we are gonna be hearing from the man himself just in a bit, no? Because tatanungin natin kung ano ang mga kaganapan at pakiramdam nila dito sa ating recent winners by the series. Pero ito na nga, Cetra, hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Kamusta naman?
Good evening. Okay naman, medyo inantok. Ang tagal ng antay.
Ayun na nga, no. Pero you still won once nagpatuloy tayo. So congratulations sa iyo, Zetra.
Congrats.
Ito, Mochi, una na muna akong magtanong kay Zetra. Ito, Zetra, for the first time, kayo ang dahilan kung bakit hindi makakapasok ng playoffs ang Pacific, no? The team na dati sila yung pumipigil sa inyo makapasok ng Grand Finals, dati pumipigil sa inyo manalo. Syempre, mga idol mga to, yung matagal na silang nasa crossfire. Syempre, si Revenge, andyan na yan for the longest of times. Ito, tanong ko lang sa'yo, Cetra, what does this change mean for you na kayo yung nakapagpatumba sa kanila? Syempre, yung mga idol natin, napatumba natin. Anong ibig sabihin nito para sa
Galing sa OFW.
Ano eh?
Ito mo
Ewan, di ko alam kung ano sabihin ko.
Sige lang.
Ayos!
Yeah, take your time. Kahit yung personal perspective mo, siguro.
Pwede namang walang ibig sabihin. Yun lang. O pwede rin.
Wala akong masasabi.
Alright. Parang take it as a win and move on. Okay. Winner mindset pa rin para sa EVOS. Ikaw, Mochi.
Okay, I'm pretty curious, will there be any changes as you guys proceed dito sa ating playoffs? Kasi biro mo naman, alam naman natin, almost every single map na pinalaro nyo ngayon, majority of those mastered nyo na, and seems like you're building more ito sa playbook nyo. But are there gonna be any anticipated changes other than that
May mga bago ba?
nakikita natin so far? Oo.
Yes po, marami pong...
Okay. Bless you.
Ay, inom mo na.
Okay.
Yes po, marami pong bagong... May mga changes po na mangyayari.
Excited to see. Excited to see those changes. Zetra, we will give you the floor. Kung may gusto ka i-shoutout, gusto ka sabihing message, now's the time.
Yes, shoutout po sa mga sumusuporta sa EVOS. Pagpatuloy nyo lang yan. Saka... Ilonggo. Shoutout din po sa Bicolano, Ilonggo. Tapos ang isa, Ilocano. Supportahan nyo kami, guys. Tapos sa family ko po, shoutout. Shoutout po na si Revenge.
Yan.
Revenge.
Ay, baka may pahabol pa.
Shoutout Revenge.
Patay ka, Mochi.
Comeback stronger si Revenge. Kaibigan ko yun. Ano ka ba?
Shoutout po kay Revenge, sabi ni Coach.
Uy.
Oh.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay, congratulations, Zetra. Pagpapahingahin na namin kayo. Congratulations.
Thank you po.
Thank you for your time, Cetra. Pero ito na nga, no, ating overview. Once again, match winners natin, EVOS Arc, first ever team to deny Pacific Macta that play playoffs prestige
Yeah.
after a decade. 10
Yes.
plus years here in the Crossfire scene.
Yep, and they have made
Man.
history. Yet again, EVOS Arcilia. And what can I say? Very well deserved ang pagkapanalo nila dito, no? Definitely living up to the hype and living up to the words dito ng EVOS, no? I mean, I love it. I love it. The character of this team. It's very unique. It's very loud. And what can I say?
Proud.
They live up. They bark as loud as they bite, no? Sabi nga nila in English, hindi ko na rin alam how the saying goes. But EVOS, they will be moving on deeper into the standings at halos sigurado na rin naman, no? Yung
Yeah.
spot nila dito sa playoffs unless may upset yung mga sunod nila mga kalaban. But I think highly unlikely with the form that they are showcasing. Hindi ko talaga makalimutan yung isang BL-sided round nila doon sa Ankara. World class yung execute nila doon. But Mochi, that concludes that concludes our match up for today. What a day of Crossfire it has been. It has been a lengthy day, pero sulit ang pagod.
Yes, exactly. Men, tatandaan ko yon 20th round sa Ankara ng kalaban nila yung Pacific Macta kanina. Ang tindi ng play nila dun. Pero alam niyo kung anong mas matindi is yung pamigay dito ni Smilegate. Kasi
Of course.
balita ko, pwede kayo makakuha ng up to 4 permanent guns sa pamamagitan ng pag-exchange ng points sa ating point shop. Paano ba nila pwede gawin yon, Dido?
Madali lang, mag-log in lang kayo guys sa Crossfire using our Stove PC client launcher. And you have to collect points every day para makapag-switch kayo into weapons sa ating point shop. Check nyo lang ngayon sa page natin na cfph.onstove.com/stove-client-official. And if you haven't already, make sure to migrate your account to the Stove PC client. Guys, mabilis lang yan. Less than 2 minutes, I would say, no? Mabilis lang talaga. Use the same credentials and you're good to go. And you're good to join the Stove PC Client Showcase event. If you're playing Crossfire every day anyway, why not? Do this. Makakakuha ka pa ng libreng permanent weapons. Up to 4. Ang dilupit pa ng mga weapons na yun, no? Chaytak, may M4, may AK.
Yes,
Ayan,
sir.
kita nyo naman. Yes.
Ayan, and hopefully meron na kayong mga inaasam-asam at gustong makuha dyan, no, from our showcase na nakita nyo ngayon sa ating screen. And habang kami ay nandito, nagbibigay ng kaunting reminders and as well as later on is yung overview ng ating updated na standings after today's matches. Makikita nyo yan. Pag-migrate na kayo, if you haven't been able to do so, you can do so right now. I'm pretty sure right after ng broadcast na to, baka may mga ginanahan dyan after makita nila yung flick ni Cetra or whatsoever. Mamaya bigla silang mag-rank o maglaro pa further ng FFA natin pampatulog. So, be sure to check it out and get up to 4 permanent guns kasi sayang naman, no, kung hindi niyo makukuha yun.
Absolutely. And guys, by the way, madami tayong ongoing events ngayon sa Crossfire PH. One of those is the preview show. Dapat meron tayo nung kahapon, nung Friday, pero na-move on to Monday, no? So, make sure you're not gonna want to miss that. Syempre, because of the games we already had, magkakaroon tayo ng updated standings. Syempre, may guest tayo, either a player or a coach or someone from the Crossfire community, maybe a streamer. And syempre makasama din natin si Vil doon, no? So make sure to check that out sa Monday yan, sa hapon. I'm not particularly sure what time, pero abangan nyo na lang sa Crossfire Philippines page. Follow nyo na rin yung page, no? And dyan tayo naglalagay ng updates natin about everything Crossfire in the country, whether it be Impact, Fall, or regional finals, or yun nga yung preview show. At pwede, syempre para na rin sa CFS Grand Finals happening later this year sa December, first and second week ng December.
Ayan, so be sure na antabayanan niyo yan. Pero bago natin tapusin itong broadcast natin, let's check out ang ating updated standings
Ayun na
on
nga.
this one, kung saan, ako po, kitang-kita kung sino ang mga umaangat at bumababa. Parang spaghetti lang. 3 and 4th place, Execration and MATTJESS. And Gaon is already out of the equation. Not unless na maipanalo nila ang kanilang susunod na schedules and something comes up dito kay Execration and MATTJESS.
Exactly, no? And it's weird to see Vanguard and Pacific both underneath Gaon. Usually, nakikita natin sa standings, sila yung nasa taas ng Gaon Gaming, no? So, Gaon Gaming have a real shot of making it into the playoffs. Pwede nilang paltan dito either ang MATTJESS or ang Execration, no? So that's going to be an interesting one to see. Bukas, guys, meron ulit tayong mga laro syempre for regional
Ayan.
finals. And we've got the first match, Execration versus NV Gaming. Match 2, EVOS versus Gaon. And then match 3, Pacific versus Vanguard. You're not gonna want to miss these.
Alright. And kung ako sa inyo, no, mag-set na kayo ng alarm sa inyong mga cellphone, lalong-lalo na linggo pa bukas. Baka mapasarap
Yes.
ang tulog nyo at malampasan ninyo ang umaatikabong action na meron para sa ating schedule for tomorrow. You may not want to miss this, lalong-lalo na nalalabi na lang ang iilang mga araw natin dito sa ating group stage at konti na lang malalaman na natin ang ating Final Four.
Yes. Last, 3 days? Last 3 days of group stage starting tomorrow. So, guys, patindi ang laban natin. Nakita nyo naman kanina gano'ng kadikit ang mga laban. Upsets happening here and there. Will there be an upset sa top 4 teams natin? No? Pacific will be down, pero still in the fight ang Execration, Vanguard, MATTJESS at Gaon Gaming. Yan ang mga nagtutunggali para sa ating last 2 remaining slots in the playoffs, kasi halos sigurado na rin naman ang EVOS Arcilia at Team Stallions. Pero Mochi, we are about to wrap up our day of Crossfire Regional Finals dito. Any final thoughts before we end the day?
Elfanitos, ang masasabi ko lang is matulog kayo ng maigi. Hopefully, kung natamaan kayo ng bagyo, no?
Oh, yung nga.
Hopefully, okay pa din kayo. And kung meron mga nangyari, nakakabangon din tayong lahat. And once again, guys, ito na ang marka ng ating araw ng isang CFSPH Regional Finals. Mochi Andedo nga pala on the panel, and as well as Nikki Frog and Salvatore on the caster's desk. Kami ay magbabalik bukas. Abangan ninyo yan.